In a way as well, basically those people, they have control, because if you look at what happened to Zimbabwe when they tried to what's happening to Zimbabwe, you know, because they have so much control over everything, you see,
and they could cause so much havoc.
Yes, for a certain country, like cigarettes, for example, you know, the same cigarettes that are imported from every other place, they are the same as the ones in Zimbabwe, but it's illegal to import the ones from Zimbabwe. You know, and you ask yourself
to import what we
to export from
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe into other countries. That's illegal. And you ask yourself, okay, why is that? Because it's the same product, you know. So it's all about us first changing our mindset, us gaining that power.
Yeah, you're right. Changing the mindset goes with leaders that are not puppets of European.
Yes.
That will have a purely African agenda, because we are Africans.
Yes.
That's going to put our interests. When the people elect a government, it is so that that government serve the people.
Yes.
But for the case of African countries, people elect government, but those governments continue to serve the interests of colonialists, which means they don't put the interests of Africans first. So you're right, the mindset must be changed.
Yes.
And the mindset change with the kind of leaders that understand the condition of our people, and that's going to take the right decision. And changing the mindset is cutting the feed of negative news, information that enslave our mind. That means you have to cut the feed from US, EU media.
Yeah.
That's because it is the media that condition us. Let me take an example of the media conditioning our minds. Most people here, when you ask them, Robert Mugabe must go. Robert Mugabe is a tyrant.
Yeah.
But if you investigate what has told them that Mugabe is bad, we're in Zimbabwe, are they doing journalism, are they investigating? You're gonna know that they open the TV here, the ETV, the SABCs, all the print newspaper, which are all under the control of this Britain and colonialists. It's them who feed the people here that Mugabe has done that. But the media here never tell the people that before Mugabe took action, brown Africans in Zimbabwe had no right.
True.
No right to the culture, no right to the language, no right to the land. There were zero right. All the right prevailing in Zimbabwe were for pink people. So now you ask your question: what is wrong with restoring the right of brown people, and what is a crime restoring the right of brown people? So it is an insult to us when you come and tell us that putting our right first is a crime you've committed, which the European media do. So cutting the feed, which is European media, must be totally banned because this is the one that enslave our minds.
Yes.
Because you're gonna see most Africans are like trying to be European, you understand? Which is because the European control their brain through the corrupted news they supply there. So you have to ban the European media. You have to cut ties with them because they're destroying us. You have to have a radical approach, totally biased to your own, in all sphere of life, in the economic field, in the culture field, in the language field. It means Britain act like it is something because Zimbabwe speak English. So Britain comes and asks, you act like it is something. But if Zimbabwe said, okay, you barbarian in England, you don't speak our languages, we will not speak your languages anymore. We're gonna put one African language as the main language of communication, right? You're gonna see Britain gonna go mad, because we're gonna say, How are we gonna tell our slaves what to do? Yeah. Because actually they use their language as a tool to give us the impression that we're inferior. Like, we see you speak our languages, we don't speak yours. It means we are better than you. See, you have our names, but we don't have your names. And they give an impression, they use those languages to run psychological warfare. Yeah. If you search on the internet, you're gonna know that they even have entire divisions or battalions of army of warfare, psychological warfare, right? They use it to give us the impression of inferior, that they come to say, actually it is a tool. The basis of the colonization is the languages, which they use to divide us, give us low self-esteem. Yeah. Because it's hard for them to do that to North Korean, because North Koreans don't speak English. Yes. They only know Korean. You understand? Yes. So and then you're gonna see even in the European Unions, no one speaks English beside English as their mama language. The French don't speak English as their mama language. The Portuguese don't speak Portuguese. You're gonna see everybody stick to their own languages, and nobody speaks French there as their mama language. You're gonna see that they understand that the basis of progress is sticking to your own value, not the other one but only the languages where they have oppressed, they have enslaved, are called international. What have they brought to us? We've been speaking them for centuries, you understand? Nothing. They're just tools of hegemony. Actually, you cannot be fighting Britain dominations, but you keep the language in your home. Or you keep having the name Robert, for example. It means your understanding of the situation is not total, it's not global. It is limited to a certain area. And then we need to broaden the understanding of things so that it's global, total. So that African people purify their home of this barbarian hegemony and madness. I call them barbarians because of their crime past and present, because today they're still enslaving our mind by feeding it. So I have the right to call them barbarians, so that our viewer understand. If you are hurting us, we have the right to call you what you are, right? Isn't it? So it should not be seen as if it's illegal or something. It is right to call barbarian.
You know,
protect Africa.